everybody, and welcome back to another On the Table video, guys. So, what are we going to be looking at this time? Well, we're going to be looking at some of the progress I have made on this Lucius pattern Titan. But before we do that, we're going to be looking at some extra little bits and bobs that I've been up to. So, first things first, I've been converting, guys. I've been tinkering. I've been playing with bits, trying to get my creative juices flowing once again. And I realised that I don't really have a good enough model, or a model that I like to use in replace of the Tech Priest Manipulus. I'm really not about paying like fucking 50 quid for the model on eBay. And I'm really not too fussed about paying £22 for when it actually comes out proper release either. It's just for such a model that's kind of meh. But at the same time, you kind of like, if you've got a few spare points, you can kind of throw it into a list. It's not worth paying that amount of cash money on getting. So I decided to make my own. And one second, let me just fix his arm with a little bit of blue tack, and I will bring him into shot to show you guys. It's been a while since I've done a bit of converting, actually. And I'll be honest with you guys, my converting skills have kind of dried up a little bit, not going to lie. This probably isn't the best conversion that I've ever done. I don't see the point anymore in converting, because I've got like a lot of good models. I've got a lot of very, very good collections and stuff, and I'm kind of just enjoying the fact of painting things. Beforehand, I used to convert out of necessity. If I didn't have something or I couldn't afford something, I would convert something and use it as a proxy in its place. But now I don't really see the need to do it anymore. But needless to say, this is a need here, and this is what I did. So, here's my stand-in for a Tech Priest Manipulus. He's not a floaty boy. He's not a fat floaty boy either. He's like an old grumbly boy, as you can see. I had a spare set of Terminator legs kicking about that I was using to... I actually lost this set of legs, and I was using this to make my Cataphren Destroyer conversions. So I decided, I'll give that a go. I had a spare Thalax torso. I think is it a Thalax? Yeah, I think it's a Thalax cohort. Torso lying around. Spare head from the Sicarian Infiltrators kit. And I thought, this is going to make a cool, like, hunched over kind of look here. So I started with the legs. I put the body on, kind of hunched over, but I didn't really have a decent way of giving him like a servo harness or anything like that. So I took the body, like the back of it's supposed to come out a little bit further, and I took some sandpaper to it and I flattened it all down, and then I was able to add this little backpack here. This is actually a part from a Skaven thing that I did many, many years ago in replace of... what are they called? Obliterators for my Dark Mechanicum army. But it's wide enough, and it has this little tube on top, which is a great kind of like anchorage for putting additional servo arms on. I added this little Skitarii bit here, Skitarii back pit, as like a power generator. And then I added extra arms on there. We've got a spare arm from a Finecast Tech Marine, I think. Or is it a Finecast? Yeah, it's a Finecast Tech Marine, I'm pretty sure of it. So I put that on the side just to make it look a little bit more tech adepty. And then the next bit is the proxy weapon for the Magna Rail Lance. As you can see, it's actually a Mechanicum melter with a different end of the gun stuck on. This is actually a arc rifle with the bottom half cut off and glued upside down. It just looks like a cool, interesting Mechanicum gun. And the back of the servo arm here is a flamer from a Cataphren Destroyer kit. Moving across to his arm, because he has an Omnicine staff as well. I didn't have any proper Mechanicum logos, so I kind of made him like this little Pope staff going on here with this little tuning fork on the top. The actual bits here, the Mechanicum iconography is from the Imperial Knight, and it's actually the top end of a Deathwing Terminator kind of mace sensor bearer type thing, with a Skitarii Infiltrator leg in replace of an arm, and he kind of looks like he's kind of like hobbling forward on his staff. I was quite pleased with the way I made him look on this. It looks kind of like old, like he's just been through some shit and just can't give a fuck anymore. Then we've got a phosphor pistol. I know he doesn't have a phosphor pistol, but I need an additional arm, and I liked this arm because it's got a lot of nice detail on the actual arm itself, like with the gun and the fingers and all the joints and stuff, the way that sets up. That's just blue tacked in at the moment as well. I'll obviously glue that in at a later date. And then on the top bit, this is from the so the Thylax are like jump infantry in 30k. However, I wanted like some kind of housings for mechadendrites, so I kind of drilled those out, and it looks like, I don't know, maybe like inside they're like all coiled up, tightly woven, and when he needs them, they like spring out. We've got this like little hand, and then we got this little clampy clamp here, which comes out here, and it looks pretty good. I may rebend these at some point as well, in order to just get them a little bit different looking, a little bit better, rather than like this sticking all the way out here. I might snake that one. I might heat this up really, really hot and then snake it all the way around the model. It leaves some room for improvement on there, I think. But yeah, so that's my little Tech Priest Manipulus conversion. Quite happy with him. Really happy with the way he like turned out with his hobbly oldness kind of thing that he's got going on there. Other things that I've been up to, I have been painting some little bits and bobs for the Titan. I've got some Aquillas here for when I get a second Warhound, and then I've got some interior bits here that Mike gave me from his Lucius pattern. Some other little bits and bobs that I've been up to. I went to Moggys a while ago, and he gave me these beautiful little bastards right here. These guys are Mechanicum squats. If you've never seen these, you will be forgiven, because these are older than me. These are 35-year-old miniatures, and I'm very, very pleased and very, very lucky to actually have them. They're really cool. They've got a very Mechanicum-esque feel, and their faces look a lot like Sicarian infiltrators, which is really, really cool. And they've got a lot of nice, lovely little detail on them, on the backpacks, and they're just a cool little feature. I think one of them is going to go in my Reaver as a bodyguard to the White Dwarf Tech Priest model, and then I might just put one on a base somewhere and hide him like in a corner, just to give a huge sense of scale for the Titan. But yeah, so have a look at these guys. Obviously, they're not finished yet. I need to do some stuff with the eyes and do a little bit more weathering and maybe paint the guns up a little bit more different and give some more detailing on the actual backpacks. But they're painted up really, really nicely for such old miniatures. It's nice to see a bit of life breathed back into them again. But anyway, the moment you've all been waiting for, guys. What have I done to the Lucius pattern? Well, I will show you guys. If I just get up off my chair and if I can heft it all the way over. Let me just put his head on. There we go. Oh, in fact, I'm going to have to move Tech Priest Manipulus out of the way, otherwise he's going to get smooshed. He's going to get smooshed to bits by a stompy, great big Warhound Titan. So I'm just going to have to zoom all the way out, and so I can get him mostly in shot. So I have been tinkering and I've been messing about, and here he is in all his stompy glory. Done a lot more weathering, a lot more kind of like reworking of certain like key areas and like certain areas for. It's very, very difficult to see. We have to go free cam for a second. So like I found a really interesting way of applying rust effect. You can kind of like see in there, guys, how it's got a bit more of a random pattern. I was very happy the way I found this out, because it was just an accident. I was kind of just like squirting little bits out. I have. Oh shit, you can't even see. I have these little dropper bottles here, and these are like needle applicator dropper bottles. My wife was using them for something, and I nicked a huge handful of them, and they're really, really good to kind of like, if you have like the last dregs of it in and you kind of like squeeze it and like shake it, squeeze, it kind of spatters out, and it gives like a really cool random effect. So I was like a happy little accident when I found out how to do that. Very, very pleased with the way that turned out. As you can see, he's got both his arm weapons on the go. He has Plasma Blast Cannon and the Turbo Laser Destructor. And I've also been in, and you can probably see a little bit there, I've actually got some red lenses on the go in the actual cockpit of the Titan. Moving upwards, onwards and upwards for the actual miniature. We'll have to go up. Arise, tripod! Arise! Rise up! Rise up! There we go, and look down. So yeah, I added some little Titan logos to the top, just to break up the monotony of the silver and the black and the lighter silver. I also glued these top bits on. Can't remember if I've actually spoken about these before, but these are just Baneblade side panels. Anyway, it kind of worked out pretty well. There's supposed to be an additional piece. There is definitely supposed to be an additional piece that goes over this, that covers these gaps, that goes like down the side like that. Obviously I don't have this, so this is going to have to do. At a glance, it's perfect. It doesn't really have anything different. It doesn't really look that bad, should I say. And then obviously further down here, we've actually got another little Titan logo. I realised after I finished painting I didn't sand this like thigh guard down enough, and it had like a load of paint on it that was quite thick, that was like a number, or like I think it was like an omega symbol, and it showed through the paintwork. So I thought, rather than fuck about sanding it, repainting it, I'll just stick this Titanicus logo on it just to break it up a little bit. I'm probably going to add some purity seals to this guy, and have I done anything to the back of it? I can't remember. No, I have a little bit more work to do on the back of this thing, namely these like power cables here down the side, and maybe some weathering and some little details on this little control panel, just on the back, if I can show you. So just here, there's some little gubbins here that could do with nicely getting some detail and whatnot. But that being said, guys, that's all I've kind of done recently on the Titan, on the hobby front. It's been a bit of a slow one because I've been waiting for stuff to arrive, and I have also been working quite a bit as well. Oh, another thing. Sorry, I forgot one more thing. I'm a fucking idiot. This is the whole reason why I was making this video. One of the cool things about knowing someone with a 3D printer, aka Moggy, you'll probably notice that the vents are gone on the back here, and that is because I only had one of them. However, because Moggy is such a fecking legend, and I'll probably put a link to his channel in the doobly-doo down below, he managed to 3D print me a new set of vents for the Warhound, which I was very, very happy about, because now it can actually finally be fully finished, and these vents fit absolutely perfectly there, and it's going to just really give a nice little extra bit, rather than having to like cobble something together. It actually looks like it's going to be part of the proper kit, so very, very pleased with the way those turned out. So I'm going to paint those up and stick them on separately, maybe do some weathering and stuff on the in here, maybe some rust and some scorch marks from the engine. But yeah, really, really happy. Moggy, thank you so much for printing these off for me. Really, really cool. They're kind of weird. They're like they got like a kind of like a rubbery feel to them almost. I know they're like completely solid, but they feel really weird. They feel like they have like a velour finish. It's kind of nice. I've been playing with them a lot. But yeah, so 3D printed vents. Very happy with that. You'll see those going up on the Titan in the next video. But anyway, guys, I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, favourite, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out Moggy's Facebook page. No, not Moggy's Facebook page, Moggy's stuff. I believe he has a YouTube channel and whatnot. I will try and put all appropriate links in the doobly-doo down below. But with that being said, don't forget to check out my Facebook page. Don't forget to check out my Instagram. There's a lot more going on there than what normally goes on the Facebook page. But I thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment if you guys want to. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. See you now, and goodbye.